Aries, Aries, remember to let them into your heart. So something to do with heart operation maybe, or an operation that you may have to go and have to look at, something to do with around blood, okay, but or like bad blood. They're saying bad blood. So I don't know what that is around your blood, that you might have to have your bloods checked for something. It doesn't mean that you've got bad blood, Aries. It means that you might just have to go and have your bloods checked or something to do with around that. Could be anything around diabetes, sugar diabetes, anything, but I'm not saying it's going to be. I'm just saying that what they're saying is that you might have to go and have your bloods checked. Okay. Remember to let them into your heart. And it's something around your heart. So it might be anything to do with around weight or fitness and getting checked up first before you can do something around heart well-being. Is just Jen. The name Jen, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jasmine. But just basically Justin or Justice, something around a Libra and around a business of getting fit. Like, it's my business to get fit. It's my business, I might need a Fitbit, so that could be your heart. Oh, okay. So monitoring. There might be something to do with around needing to get your heart monitored. Okay. A heart murmur or a heart monitor, or skipping a beat, but maybe skipping. So I'm also hearing two things, which might mean what do you call it? Oh God, I nearly thought of it. It's something that you have to take, like a beta blocker. That's it, a beta blocker. Or it could be a heart murmur, and it might be skipping, so it just might mean that you're doing a lot of fitness. So all they're saying that you might be doing a lot of fitness, and it might be a Fitbit, and it might be a fit nurse. So some of you, if you go to this hospital or this doctor's, you might see a fit nurse. So that's for the lads. Or you might be the fit nurse if you're an Aries and you are a nurse, and you are a fit nurse, right? But I'm also hearing a Fitbit as well. So some of you might be looking into a Fitbit, and the actual heart monitor that I'm picking up as a monitor is a Fitbit. So some of you, if you haven't got one, you might be buying one, okay? And it might be something, because I'm picking up things being put on to somebody here, and things being monitored, like heart rate, so on and so forth. So I'm picking up like a Fitbit or monitor, and I'm having to go into the hospital and having a few things, because I'm picking up on like discs that get put on something here, and it monitors heart rate. So I don't know if this is around, say, like pregnancy, and you're having a scan or something to see if there's, because I'm hearing that there's something inside me. So, well, that would be alchemy. But like, there is something inside me. So I don't know. Is it an X-ray as well for some of you, that you might be, like I said, you might find out that somebody's pregnant, and they go in order to have like a scan in order to see what happens if somebody's pregnant, and then monitoring a heartbeat that's inside me, which means that it might be going to get checked up physically for fitness and in health, from sickness and in health. So some of you could well be married here, or thinking of getting married very soon, okay? And if you're not, then you just relate these ones to possible fitness doctors, you know, that kind of thing. But like Stephen King, Stephen, another Stephen, or me. But like it's either pregnancy, and somebody could be pregnant, and then somebody's going to have like things checked up to see if their heart is okay, to carry a baby, okay, to carry a baby. So I'm also hearing the name Carrie, or Carol Ann, or Carol, or Nan, and it's something maybe to do with, like I said, somebody becoming a nan, or it is the nan itself, or like becoming a nanny is what I'm hearing. Like a lot of you might be nannies out there. Say so, like I said, this could be your children that are pregnant, or you are an Aries cross Scorpio of 4. So hopefully you've watched the video from last month about the numerology of how we relate a lot of things when it comes to channeling, definitely Aries. Okay. But yeah, I'm definitely hearing that of monitoring things. Okay, so like I said, you could be an Aries, but it could be your daughter, or it could be your son, or something like that. If you know there's a pregnancy that could be there, that's that. Jackson, Jackie is involved also, because I'm hearing, I'll be there whenever you need me. I'll be there. Just look over your shoulder, honey. Ooh. So, yeah, so those energies, 5, Jackson, 5, which would be Sagittarius definitely involved, and a Taurus definitely involved also in your soul groups. Okay, but I'm hearing, so some of these could be called Jackie, Jackson, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jay, anybody beginning with J, okay, John, but anybody beginning with J, because there's quite a few, okay, so you've got that. I'm also hearing though, let them into your heart, which means that there is a new arrival, is what I'm picking up. There's a new rendition to the show, is what I'm hearing. So something around Libra, but there's a new rendition. There's something that we're adding to the family, or to a, I don't know, it could be a project or something. But we're going to add something new into this. Now, for a lot of you, if you're not getting married and all this kind of stuff, and you lot are arguing and God knows what else, and you're looking for someone, then they're saying that this month could be your night, babe. Right? That's what they're saying, babe. There could be a babe here, which is a pig, right? That's the film, a pig. I don't know, what, you getting a new pig or a new farm? Like, we're getting a new farm, we're having a farm and we're going to buy some pigs and chickens and God knows what else, or an animal, right? But I'm definitely picking up like pig farm, or an arm, or we're going to get ourselves a new arm. Really? So it's like, what is it, bionical? But like, or bonic, or monic, or monica, or bonica. But like, anyway, I'm going to get a new bee in my bonnet. So someone might be getting a new bonnet, which means a new car. For a lot of you, might be getting a new car, or having your car fixed, or a new bonnet, right? But I'm hearing though we're having something new, but it could be an animal, because they're saying like a pig. So some of you have farms out there, and you're having like a farmyard animal, right? But they're saying, is it animal or verb? So the drugs don't work, so I don't know what this is around, somebody saying around addiction. No, that doesn't work for me anymore. I'm off. I'm going to get something new going on in my life. And I want something new, and addictions just do not work for me in a relationship or anything around me that is tempting of an addiction. That can also be food, because we're looking at fitness and in health. We're looking at also in sickness and in health. So we're looking at you guys maybe relating to like I said, pregnancy, marriage, those kind of things, possibilities coming up in the future for you there, Aries. If you haven't seen this channel before, you're probably going to think I'm very weird. I channel a load of messages first. I do not read it from anything apart from the Akashic Records. Soul Group Energies. Right. So, and then we get on with your tarot, Aries. But I'm just going to go with the people that already know the channel, right? So, you've kind of got that. Some of you, like I said, it's the health, fitness thing, Fitbit, monitoring, heart, is it everything okay, blah blah blah. Some of you, this is incorporating the energy of around addiction, which means that I am fighting back fit, which means that I am got a Fitbit and my addiction could be food, which means that if my addiction was food, then I'm looking into all things like Fitbit, what I do, which is like Juice Fest type sort of thing, blah blah blah, so on and so forth, adding like vegetables, fruit into your diet, or physically just literally doing like a fruit diet, okay, or like just diet, whichever way, but I'm looking at my diet, okay. And I'm also looking at my dietary track, is what they're saying. Now like track and field, which is like running, or like I'm looking at my dietary track, is what they're saying. Like, so like I said, a lot of you could be on that same thing as what I am, but like I said, I am at 4 because I'm a Scorpio rising, and I have an Aries in Jupiter, so it's the same messages really. So some of you probably looking into your dietary track and all this kind of thing, and like chloric irrigation. I ain't going for one of those, but like, well, I don't know, but juice does that anyway because it cleans you out. Any of you into physically, like kale and celery and apple a day, or an apple or two, or loads of juice, because it actually cleans out. If you have a juice fast, right, which is pretty much a fast, but if you have a fast, if you have juice, it pretty much clears out your dietary tract for you. So it's kind of like a self-healing, what do you call it, chloric irrigation, I suppose. But it's very healthy, and I'm right into that at the moment. So that one's a big one for me. Woo, go self-message. But like, yeah, so some of you, you're probably looking into this kind of thing, or you're doing it anyway. But like I said, track or field running, addiction gone. Anybody that was with a person that was like addicted to somebody in certain parts, they're not here anymore. Somebody could have lost somebody during this time, and they're now regaining their strength and their fitness of moving on from a person of addiction, or moving on from the messages of last month, man, when we came up with the death list. Being like a lot of people, I've had so many God-given folk that have been telling me I shouldn't do what I do. Please stop what you're doing. You're not supposed to be doing all of these kind of things. God loves you. You may be a decent person, but I'm asking you, God thinks you should stop. I'm not religious. So keep it to yourselves. You can say it, but it just doesn't get put out on the comment section there. So you will waste your own time. I'm sorry. Nothing against you, God people, but I'm not a God person. God is within me. Alchemy. I believe in something different. It doesn't matter what people believe in. But, you know, you can do whatever you like, leaving comments, but I don't really read them. I mean, comments really help me a lot, and I do read them. I have to let them on, but basically, don't worry about it, Aries. But I get a lot of like, we don't like what you say and do. I don't care. Like, I really don't care. Honestly, I don't. But you can say it, but it just gets reported to YouTube. So whatever comes of that, I don't know, because you get blocked and then reported to YouTube if it's the other person that actually called me a cunt and God knows what else, and was actually the sociopath of Leo. So, because it was in a Leo reading, and I think they had a lot of sociopath energy around them, and that person actually ended up just, don't worry about it. But yeah, just some random person thought that they would just be really nasty at me and just call me a cunt and God knows what else. Never mind. I just don't think you should really be watching tarot as a sociopath. But, well, I don't know, you could really be dealing with a Leo for a lot of you. I don't know, it doesn't mean that all Leos are sociopaths, for God's sake. Everybody's so sensitive when it comes to a general message that everybody loses their goddamn mind. And this is why it's so sensitive. And this is why it kind of bothers me in a way. Because you get people that just are so generically listening to Twin Flame and so many readings that they come around and they're not used to something different. So they're so generically given of the matrix that they think that they're not, and they're spiritual, but they're really not. So like you get new people that come along, and you know it can like fucking really play havoc on people's lives and on their head, you know, because they're like, oh my God, you know. So you know, this is publicly given. I can't stop people from watching it. So if you want to watch it, then just be careful around what you're watching and what you're doing, because you know, they're channeled messages. So if you're very sensitive to energy and you have a big anger problem and stuff like that, then why people actually continue to annoy themselves, I've got no idea. But so I don't know, I'm just throwing that one out there just in case that seems to be a message that could well be coming up for me, but never mind. So like I said, if you haven't watched the channel before, Aries for Scorpio as well. Aries is also a 4. So as soon as I call out Aries, I'm also calling out a numerology number, because it will relate to that. Trust me, you can watch a Scorpio as well and think, holy poo hole, I've just watched the same kind of thing, and that message kind of relates to the same kind of thing. Why is that? Well, because then when people watch a numerology reading of like life path readings that I used to do, or a personal year, and that really used to relate with them, then basically you can also watch a life path reading. But we stick with Aries as a generic way of looking at your message. But the main message through that is the fact that it's 4, right? So just take heed to like when your things are relating and you may possibly not know why, is the fact that it doesn't matter if it's in your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, right? Or even North Node, if a message in the story really does relate and I'm kind of like kicking on those signals there, then that's the story. Like you don't have to follow what star sign is what. You know, you really need to watch that video, Aries, because it really does help you. But anyway, let's move on with your messages. Make sure the audio is recording. That is the only thing that actually bothers me, is making sure this red light's on. So what have you got? Yeah, well, that a lot of general well-being is what I'm hearing. For a lot of you, you could well be, like I said, moving on, like physically moving, and you're like, you know what? If you was with somebody that was addictive and all that kind of stuff, or like was very like those things that I've just expressed to you, you're kind of like moving on from that, Aries, I think. And to be honest, I think because I'm hearing like I'm growing up, I seem to be growing up a lot more, I seem to be getting bigger. So I don't know if this is a baby or your children getting bigger, or whatever it is that you're doing, you're becoming more advanced in it, which means that I'm getting bigger and I'm getting bigger and I'm getting bigger and I'm getting bigger. Unfortunately, because we are now looking at diet, now what they're getting me to look at is be careful around your diet, around getting bigger. Because, what is this? Because like I said, not all Aries or Scorpio 4 energies are going to be on the same thing, right, here. So, just be careful around this energy of like working out, gym, all this kind of thing, and then doing whatever it is that you are, but then getting bigger. Now, that might not be a bad thing, because that might also mean like, ugh, I'm getting bigger, right? So I have to be careful around that, of the sensitive people that might take bigger as a message, because I can't really tell you that. All they're saying is that I'm getting bigger and bigger and bigger. But that might mean that your ego's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, right? Or your business is getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Or you're getting bigger and better at doing something, becoming more efficient. You could be dealing with a fish, Pisces, but like getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and doing something, and it's becoming more advanced and blah, 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 and so on and so forth, and you are ascending, okay? So you could look at 4, which would be me, Scorpio rising, ascending, right? It's just patterns, but again, what I'm hearing is like the wheels are churning. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. Some of you, you're buying a bus or a coach, or you might, I don't know, you might go out on one for the day, like a train ride, they're saying, or Tina, or like if you are in a driving company or something like that, I'm picking up like a stagecoach. Now, what would that be then? So that would be really a message for some of you guys that could well be thinking of getting married, because I'm picking up on like a horse and cart, and that might be the animal that is the new rendition to the family. It's like a family horse. Somebody in the family has a horse and cart, and they pretty much say, look, we've got a horse and cart, jump in. There's your bride's bit, right? Your bridie, the name Bridie or Briney or Bridie. But like, like a horse and cart or a horse and carriage. A carriage clock is also what I'm picking up, like a grandfather clock. Something to do with your grandfather's clock. Oh, okay. So I don't know if any of you are fortunate enough out there to still have grandfathers. So I don't know what that is around someone's ticker, because I did pick up at the beginning to do with someone's heart, okay, and monitoring, and it might be just generally because you work with elderly people. You work with elderly people, and it's around a grandfather. If you have a father or grandfather, and you know that there have been, I mean, it's up to you whether people want to listen or not, man. I can't keep having this in my head for everybody that says, yes, I want to know, no, I don't know if I do, no, you shouldn't be saying this. You can't please everybody. This is probably why I'm thinking about cutting off the comment section and just pretty much putting out there and let people, you're all old enough to do whatever it is that you want, okay? But for you guys that may want to know out there, they're saying that if any of you out there are around a grandfather, okay, there might be some struggles around somebody's heart, okay, around somebody's heart, because I'm picking up on it being monitored, okay, like I'm monitoring your movements. So it's the same kind of message around movement Fitbit. It's the same energy of like monitoring someone's physical movement, which means that I'm trying to get strength again to be able to walk and things like this. So people that may work in hospitals and stuff, but whichever message you want to relate that to, it's something around walking and around gaining one's ability to have strength, courage, Leo energies. There's the Leo part. So like I said, if you know anybody that has any kind of placement of Leo, and they are your partner, for instance, and their father or somebody is really suffering with their heart, then that might be a message that you are involved in, right? Because just trust me when I tell you that each collective reading that I read for, channeled wise, definitely is a lot of collective soul channeling Akashic records, because there will be things that will come up in your life and you're like, shit, because I have this opinion that some people watch tarot readings and they think, well, I need to know what the tarot reading is so I can change it. You can't change your destiny, you can't change your future. Like a message will come up in any form whatsoever, and if you think you can avoid it, then it just comes up in another manner. And again, somebody here could well be passing here because I am picking up on an elderly person, because they're saying that it's something for you that can't be avoided. Like it's an emergency is what they're saying now. So like an urgency, emergency, it's an emergency. Or Emma, or Emily, or anything beginning with M, or E. Anything beginning with E or M or Steve, even Steve involved as well. Okay, but something around someone's, I don't know, parent, mother, father, grandfather. I really can't tell you, I'm sorry, but there could be something that is coming up. Aries, if you've been following my channel for a while, what did I say right at the beginning of the year when it was involving Aries? I said that you will more than likely see quite a lot of energies like this around people passing on, and it could be around a father or something like that, or a mother or a father or something, okay? A lot of death. Now where are we? June coming up, okay? What has happened? Have you been able to change any of those things? Have they happened? Have you witnessed the majority of these things? Even of a Scorpio, of a person that also predicts it, right? Have you been able to stop any of those, right? So if you haven't, you have an opportunity to also watch your yearly reading, because it is on this channel. And the 6-month one, the last part of the year, it might have been that one. It might have been the last part of the year where I did a 6-monthly reading or 5-monthly reading. I can't remember which one, but the extended is on Patreon on the full access bundle if you ever care to watch it. It is there, don't forget, okay? So you got those energies to just kind of, I think it's always good in order to know, because if you're close with family members and you have this strange feeling, then it's always good in order for me to give you that, whereabouts, so you kind of like, you know what? I'm going to spend a bit of extra time with my grandparents or something, right? So, or my parents. I can't tell you what, right? But the energy's there, okay? What has Aries got coming up? Because I'm hoping a lot of you guys are thick-skinned, thick-skinned. Because, like I said, tarot's not really built for people that are extremely emotionally and angry. It's not really built for that, It's not made for that, Well, it's made to stabilise your emotions, but if you've been doing these things all along and you've not fucking, ended up being somewhat able to take on the truth, then people need to start really using it in a different manner, which is like using it for what it is for guidance. Trust me, as a guide, you take on a lot of fucking criticism from people that don't know. They don't. They come along and they don't know. They really don't. And they want to know answers to things, and when they get certain answers, they don't like getting what they look for. So you're always compromised. So you've got to be dealing with a Piscean somewhere, right? But like always feeling compromised. Well, unfortunate, Steve, this is a message for you. You will always feel compromised, my man. Okay? So don't worry about it. Just take it on the chin. All these people that are going to be coming at you maybe through certain things, don't worry about them, okay? It's alright, it's just a message from my spirit Aries. So there you go. So don't worry about people, right? Don't worry about criticism. You have to take it on the chin. Definitely when you have Aries in your chart, right? It means, there you go. It means that you are a leader of such. In order to be able to do that, you have to take on criticism, right? So, because it's an emperor, right? So, yeah, you've got those messages there for you, Aries. So we're going to stick with that because I think that they're quite good, right? So for the negative lot, for the Libras out there that are watching, sorry Libras, I'm only kidding. I'm definitely hearing though something negative, like negative Nelly, right? Nelly the elephant packed a trunk and said goodbye to the circus. Off she went with the trumpety Trump. Something might be happening around a Donald or Trump, I don't know. But something might be happening around Donald. Oh. Well, I'm just going to throw that one out there. Sorry, there might be some news around Donald Trump this month. Okay, very soon. I don't know. I am doing these actually, obviously, because I have to do 12 star signs. But I'm going to do them and put them out. So they are going to be slightly early. Okay, channel messages and stuff are always there. They change all the time every time I come on. There might be something around Donald Trump, and it is the, oh man, my eyesight is bad. 19th, I'm sure that says 19th. But yeah, 19th of May at the moment. But the channel message as such is that there could be really something around Donald Trump here. Okay. Said goodbye to the circus. I'm also hearing the name of Cynthia. I'm also hearing not everybody's saying goodbye to people. Okay. I'm hearing Cynthia. I'm also hearing Curtis Tiger, or like Curtis. The name Curtis, or Kirsty or Curtis. I don't know how this is relating to you around like saying goodbye to a person. Right. My fairly Wells. The name Wells. Someone that's Welsh. The pub then, is it? The pub then, is it? Someone that's Welsh. I've been to Wales twice actually. Very nice place, Wales. Yeah, very rainy up in Wales. Like any of you up there in Wales? But yeah, I'm hearing Welsh. The Welsh accent. That's not a Welsh accent. I'm not very good at the old Welsh accent. But from God the pub then, is it? Like yeah, Welsh. Gwyneth. Gwen. Glenn. I'm also picking up Glenn. Name Glenny or Glenn. Or someone from the Glen from Scotland. See you splat rabbit, come in and get a carrot. Something to do with that. Some of you are eating carrots, or somebody could have ginger hair. But I'm definitely picking up I don't know. That's enough because I could go on for ages and work out more, but save some for other people, Stephen. Just watch a Scorpio reading when that comes out. A little while yet. But anyway, you've still got your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node for Aries. So, for a start, very quickly, just what's been going on with your partner. What is the time? 26 minutes past. What's been going on with Aries partner. Then we're going to start to look into some cards for your for your actual monthly. Okay. Someone's going to be on their monthly also. Just putting that one out there, men. Your woman is going to be on their monthly. Just take cover. Right, whatever it is, you might need some insurance policy. You might need some insurance, so take cover. So get covered first, whatever they're saying. If you don't want to get pregnant, cover it up, put a Johnny on. Put a John on it. Right, so put a Johnny on it. But also, like if you don't want to get pregnant, some of you looking for a policy of insurance need to get covered for something. Need to get covered first. Some of you are going to be looking for actual cover work, which means that you might do 12-hour shifts and stuff like that, which means I'm looking for some recovery. I'm looking into recovery. Someone really could be in addiction here because they did say that someone's like leaving someone, but this person might say, oh no, I'm in recovery. Okay, something to do with like recovering addict energy. Okay, recovering addict of such. And I need to find some cover, which would be also insurance for something. Okay. So anyway, Aries partner, what's been going on? But these are also external energies. 3. Well, we have a new addition, and it could be a child or a thing, but it's kind of like, well, don't you worry about a thing, babe. It's like, don't you worry about a thing. I've got it all covered. I'm taking everything under control. Someone could be very controlling energy around you, Aries, here, but it could be around you here. Don't forget, it can still be Kilby. Named Kilby or Peggy, but Peggy was also an insurance company, Peggy, but I do also know a Peggy Kilby. Oh, actually did go to Wales. Okay, it's kind of, man, this is where I freak people out. Don't worry about it, Aries. Also, through the prediction of names, where I said Aladdin in one of the readings, Aladdin, and I think I said, what is this, Genie of the Lamp or something like that? Your wish is my command. Am to be a next door neighbour. So God bless her and rest her soul. She was actually 2 years younger than me. I don't really want to give out her name, but it was relating to a lot of those kind of things, and it also began with J, that I've been saying for a while, J. Okay. So yeah, unfortunately, that actually happened, I think, probably 2 or 3 days ago now. I didn't come on here and publicly put that out as a death list kind of thing that I've prediction, because I've been saying it for a while, and normally if these happen now, I'm going to try to have less different things. But yeah, it's just conspiracy theorists, man. You know, they really don't like it when you have a voice right here and you have something to say, but never mind. But yeah, that did come true. But here, I'm waiting for my wish to come true. I'm waiting for my dream to come true, my dream lover. What is it that I really desire, and what is it that I really want the most? If it is, I need to put that in the forefront of my mind and stop thinking about something very negative. Okay. But yeah, there's a lot of waiting around. There might be energies around you. Like I said, it could be siblings, because you could be the child of someone here. You could be a Piscean somewhere here. It doesn't matter, but you could be. Could be involving this person that is a Pisces. Okay, waiting on word from this person to see what the answer is. Like, we need an answer from you. Can you give us an answer? Or can you at least give us a clue? Afraid not. Which is why it's a Pisces. Which is why it's very confusing for a person, because we don't really know what they're doing. Or someone thinks that they don't really know what they're doing, which is, there you go. But like, we don't really know what they're doing. Like, or this person doesn't know what he's doing, is what I'm also hearing. But don't worry about him, he don't know what he's doing. He's not a messiah. Believe what you like. Right, here. But yes, trust me, Aries, when I tell you that I predict future stuff coming up for myself. Right. But like, I'm a part of it. Everybody thinks that I'm separated from the crowd. Of course I'm not. I'm still in my own messages. Someone's stealing your messages, Steve. Someone is taking your messages. I'm going to steal your clients. I'm going to steal something away from you. I don't like the fact that you have it and I don't. Here, there's some kind of worry about what's going on externally here in a 3, because it feels like that somebody's watching, but it's winding them up because they're watching. So this can be anybody. Like I said, it's public. But it's here, it's another message. I'm worried about what this person's doing. Why is that? Because somebody doesn't know, but does. Which means that my first thought is the fact that somebody could be watching me, but they're watching in order to change. Which means that I'm probably watching to take something to change it. Right, which means that we need to wait for word first to know what it is that you're doing, so we can change our schedule, so I can work around your schedule of what you're doing. But I am picking up on some conflict here of avoiding energies, because the page are also spies. Can be, because they're thoughts, which means that I'm thinking about what on earth is actually going on around me. We are looking at your past here, Aries. But this can be like that dazed and confused situation of like, what the hell is going on around my business? What on earth is it that these people are up to around me? I know damn well that something is up to me, because this could be a very intuitive person. It doesn't have to be a young child. It just means that I'm seeing or witnessing some very strange stuff that's making me feel very unnervy around people, of not really knowing what they're up to. Because the 3 is just pretty much standing there feeling awkward about waiting, because it's an energy that is approaching someone, so it can still just be a feeling, because it can be that people are not talking, but what they are doing is thinking, which means it's a projection of something. So it means that I can feel this energy around me of someone projecting things that are pretty much keeping me feeling as if I just have to wait for word by someone, which means that I can't do anything in life without the go-ahead of another person. Which means that I am following a person, which means that it can be someone that's following your channel or following something that you're doing. But it can mean like follow my leader, or Melina, or Melida, or Lee, but like follow my leader, right? Which means that I always have to wait for you to make a decision before I feel as if I can make one myself. So if you've got energies around people that have business, this can be poaching people here. Oh, really? Some of you are into the old life coaching thing. Again, I'll say it publicly. Why do I have a problem with people that are life coaching? Because there are so many people out there extremely vulnerable that just turn up to watch things that say they watch something of like 2 years later, right? And they turn up fresh. There is an energy of my girlfriend. She's been watching someone for a little while. He is a twin flame copy cat. Where is he now? The lunatic asylum. Honestly, where is he making videos from now? A committed cell. His parents committed him into a padded cell. Honestly, they did. He started talking about murder and all this kind of thing. What was he physically doing? Life coaching. What? Law of attraction. Where did that come from? People that have been doing and talking about it from years. Copying people that are on twin flame readers. Because everybody said I'm a life coach and blah, blah, blah. So I'll copy what they do and what they said, and that's my calling. I'm basically listening to all of this stuff and reading it all from a book and so on and so forth, and then I'm pretty much just going to copy it and just do that. For fresh people that turn up with PTSD trauma, that hear witchcraft and all these kind of things and very negative energies, and then that's supposed to be life coaching. So this person then started to take everything down, panic and worry, and then put it back up and then took it down, and then put it back up and took it down. Okay, was pretty much spurting out loads of stuff about twin flame, all this kind of stuff, blah, 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 giving out advice that really did not help people whatsoever, because to me, people can do whatever they want. But to me, I would look at it and think, man, that you're really not helping the situation there, which is what people look at me, you see. Religious people, I'm not helping because I'm giving out the truth of names that I got. You see, you'll never be able to win. You'll always have people that always disagree in life, no matter what you do when it's public, right? So people are free to do whatever they want. But when it comes down to lie coach, right? That's what it is. A life says lie, L-I-E, okay, whatever. But life, belief, lie, right? Metaphysics isn't true, it's an illusion. So how does illusion and time change? Life changes, right? So life coaches, meaning that, okay, I'm experiencing my life now, but my life now is going to be different later on in life because my life is going to change. When it has changed, I'll tell you something different. So basically what you're doing is just telling people stories, right? So it's stories. So in my eyes, it's not really life coaching. So when it comes down to that person also that was on the thing, used to say all of this stuff about law of attraction and go through what people have been going through for centuries and years on YouTube already, that all of those people that used to say that, you look at the majority of them now, they're all saying actually that doesn't work, that is actually a load of rubbish, I've now seen something different, blah, blah, blah. What I've been telling you for years and years and years, you might as well scrub and wash that up because that don't work. So then this does now. Oh, does it? So what didn't work then, this does now. So then what does that give anybody a right to say that I'm a life coach because I'm on YouTube and that's what I feel I should do? You can do whatever you like, but coaching really is about whatever you want to listen to, right? Whatever it is that you want to listen to and whatever you want to believe in. But if belief, life and lie and belief is all a lie, then who is ever right or who is ever wrong? But people hold people accountable for those kind of things here. So you are free to do whatever it is that you want to do, Aries. But I'm hearing coaching. So it could be any kind of coaching, right? But believe you me when I say that person there, he used to put all these videos up about certain things and used to get very emotional about his twin flame. Everything that he was saying on his channel, he was pretty much just saying everything that had already been said by so many different people down here, going down and going up and going down and going up. I just aspire to be like someone, so I'm going to take what they do. I want to be like them, so I'm going to say all of that stuff, twist it, and then just like say that, right? Which a lot of that has been copying, which is the Mandela effect. It's just a written thing. It's copycats, right? So I'm just going to, everybody copies everybody all day long, right? If you come any kind of trainer, what do? You get trained by another person, right? Like a teacher, right? So you have to go for training. So basically it's just copying what other people knew. So everything, the world works off copycatting. Constantly it works off copycatting. Because then you have like mirroring, right? I have a cigarette and some people that are trying to stop all of a sudden think, oh my God, I really like fancy one of those because I'm seeing you like eat a burger or something like that and I'm on a diet and I really don't want to be around temptation because I'm going to lapse. I don't want to be around addicts because I'm going to lapse if I do and I'm sitting at a pub and I'm an alcoholic and I've only been like 1 week abstinent, then obviously I'm going to really find it very difficult to move on. So I'm going to add temptation. So when you look at all these concepts of people saying that they have someone's life in their hands and that I'm going to coach you and talk about all of these kind of stuff, you're well within your right to do it. It's just that the way I see things now is that I don't really believe anybody that has a right to say that I am a life coach. A life coach can be a fitness person, which means that I'm going to try and transform your life by making you healthy and fit and all of those kind of things, and doctors, they're kind of like coaches in a way, because that's like promoting one's health, right? But because of the negativity that can be within certain things of tarot and stuff like that, and people that have PTSD and trauma, then obviously that's a very difficult subject when you get fresh people coming along that don't know what other people do know because it's YouTube. So really, if anybody is ever a coach, you really got to know your stuff, which changes all of the time, so it doesn't matter. So it really doesn't matter. It's just that I just don't believe in it. I don't like the name life coach. I really don't. I don't even know where that came from. It's in your reading somewhere here, because it's baiting energy. It's debating energy. Right? I'm good. Well, I know. I don't believe it. So why do people watch then if it winds them up? Right here. No, I want to debate that. I don't believe in that. I need to say something. You know, it's no good telling it to me because I don't listen. Right? I don't. Because I act accordingly to my chart. Right? I just act accordingly to Aries, Scorpio parts of my chart. There's no getting through. There's no getting in. There's no changing me. I am change. I'm Scorpio energy. I've read the book at the end. It just really annoys people. That's why I say if I'm annoying you and I'm triggering you off and you can't understand that truth part, who's to say whether I'm lying or telling the truth? How do you know, for instance, honestly, how do you know that I'm not reading scripture from something else for a lot of people that say that I probably am or something like that? How do you really know? How do you really know me? You don't. You don't know me at all. You don't know what my life is like outside of the camera. So how can I really be somebody's projection of like inspiration? You know, it's great to know of obviously people that may want to be, but man, me, bruv, I sit back with my legs up with a cigarette in my hand watching Netflix. That's, you know, so, you know, why on earth am I wasting my energy on this? It's got to be some factor here. It has to be some sort of factor. A benefactor, or the name Ben. But like, you know, trust me when I tell you, I would never want to like diminish people, but I have had a lot of people that say I am a life coach, right? I have a lot of people say I am a life coach, and I secretly just check out the channel, and man, I'm just going to get myself further. It's kind of like, you know, when you have like a JCB digger and you've kind of like, you got the keys and you start it up and you're digging a hole, you kind of like, Steve, at some point, bruv, just shut the fuck up. Take the key out and throw it away and stop digging yourself a hole and just let people do whatever they want. And that is one thing that I've learned about my calling. Do whatever you like. Do whatever you like. It really don't matter. Don't have to believe in what I say to you. Don't have to believe in anybody else. Do whatever you want, and I'm sure that you will, Aries. Okay? Do whatever it is that you like. Okay? Don't ever let me persuade you to do things. You know, I'm not a cult leader. Okay? I don't want you to like, you know, I always want you to try and use your better judgment. It's public. But let's see what's going on externally. Sun, Leo. So some of you have been fighting over children or an ex for a lot of you here. Backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. Okay. Caught between a rock and a hard place. Some of you maybe not. Your partner could be a Leo. Right? Could be a Leo for a lot of you here. Could physically be a Leo. But like basically talking, you know, and then you've just got external things that are going on at this 3. I've just got other important things going on in my life at the moment. And we've basically just been taking it easy. Some of you have got a friend called Steve, right? Some of you, like, you know, you've just been taking it easy, okay? Just relaxing in the sun, taking a break, taking a breather. Place in the sun, location. Looking for locations to move is what you've more likely been doing here, Aries. So if you have moved, or you have been making plans around the house and the home and moving things around quite a lot, is what I'm picking up, like planning and moving like dates and schedules, but also like moving things around the house, I'm picking up. But like, or physical just moved, and you have, and this is the past, right? But like trying to make moves in a brighter way because the energy of the sun. So it means that I have an idea of what I want and what I'm going for as a goal. And because I have a goal in mind of what I want, that is pretty much what I've been doing around deciding about manoeuvring my life in a way that I want it to be myself. Okay. Taking things in a direction for me. Okay. Well, for a lot of you, us here, well, everybody's us, right? But for us, we're doing this for us, right? We're not doing it for them anymore. We're doing it for us. Which means that some of you could have learnt a lesson in order to just basically not be bothered about parents and things of people that I've got stuff to say, you know, negative parts, is basically just think, you know what, I'm doing this for me. And if I'm doing it for me, then I'm doing it for us also in a relationship. To make things better, I can organise my time around probably just taking it a little bit more easy. Not dumping straight in there of head first and like, let's just throw caution to the wind, right? Let's take it easy, right? Let's just take it one step at a time here. To walk towards progress. 3 of, yeah. So someone's been worried here about something around them here, been worried about something around them. This is where someone is using their intuition, and because they just know that something isn't right. They know that there's the fear of the dragon here. There's some sort of like fear that could be around a person that's been implanting things. But like I'm dreaming maybe, or this person is constantly in my head because of something of intuition, like because it's a feeling. It's not fear itself, it's just more like what is going on that I am unaware of. What is it that's going on here? Now, for me, this is sleep. Because of sleep apnea. Last night, I had to strap myself up for so many straps. One across my chest, one across this part of the chest, one across my stomach, a thing coming out here on my finger, another one coming out on here with straps going up my nose. Then there was another one, and it's like, man, I felt like a Dalek trying to sleep. And it was awful. I had the worst. I had slept for 4 hours last night. That's it. 3.5 to 4 hours. Like couldn't breathe. It was worse. Like it was. Oh, so I had to do that last night. So I haven't had much sleep today. But like that was me. So like sleep deprivation or something like that here, or like, because that can also be like intuition that is used that something doesn't feel right. It just don't. It feels off. Like what I'm doing don't feel right, or what you're doing don't feel right. Is why it's compromised with 3. Because it feels like, well, I'm just waiting to see, you know, like this energy of that I feel, what is someone going to do, right, here? Or what is it that they're doing that I don't know? Because the page can also be a cup of not speaking. So it can mean, what are people up to behind the scenes? You know, what are they really up to behind the scenes? What are their true intentions? So that can also mean, for a lot of you, what are your true intentions for my son? What are your true intentions for my daughter? If I have daughters and sons, what are your true intentions for my daughter? And it's left you like in a state of like worrying constantly about what is going on with your daughter or your son around things that could even be simple as like breathing, you know, food, dietary stuff, dietary requirements. But like inquiring energies is what I'm hearing. Like someone's been inquiring about certain things here, but like not really knowing but knowing kind of energy, which is the knowing. That's the difficult part of me, is the majority of the time I already know. Like I said, I've said it for a while. Trust me when my intuition is normally on point. If I can do all of this, my intuition is on point. Normally if I know something, it plagues my energy around me being a medium. So it comes out through my energy of a message, which interferes with my job, because I have to be truthful. And because I do, I always get these energies around me that I feel that are trying to stop me from doing my job and being me, which means that I have to be authentic to me for my calling. So it means that if anybody interrupts with my calling and they don't like it, then I always just leave that up to spirit in the end of what has been going on behind someone's energy of their mind that creates this energy here. Because it's normally a rift, and because it's separation and not speaking and not talking, it can be where, like, because you're not talking and because I don't know, I am done nothing but left to my own device of knowing. Do you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, because I don't know, the better the devil you know is what I don't know. And if I don't know but I feel it, then I already know. But because I don't, people are jumping to conclusions here. Or somebody's made someone feel as if they need to jump to conclusions here. Because there's a lot of not speaking and talking about external energies here, which is where I don't want to get involved. I don't want to get involved with anybody here. But like, you know, I know something, I've felt something for a while that's been off with you or with your partner. I've felt something's been off with you for a while, but I can't quite put my finger on what that is. I feel a little bit like uneasy and on edge because I don't know what that is about you, which means that in a relationship here with anybody in your life is that you've probably been just taking it cautiously, okay? Approaching things cautiously, okay? Page of Cups. Yeah, Ten of Swords. It's created an ending, a rift between friends, lovers, mothers, brothers, siblings, sisters, daughters, okay? It's caused a rift. There is a new beginning, a fresh start. It's either a new person or the same person here. Very new, fresh energies of things like fresh fruits, vegetables. But also new energies of like fresh new person, fresh new outlook, fresh new beginning, fresh new me. Okay, which means a fresh new me, fresh new us if you're still in the relationship here. Because these can mean new, that you've tried to give up the ghost energies. Elijah, you alright? How's your mum? But like here, like give up the ghost energies, Angel Radio, give up the ghost energies and then leave the past in the past and let's start moving forward into bright days and look forward to the future and just forget all of the crap in life here, which means clearing out your energy, which can mean detoxing. Like for me, you don't have to do all of this, but me, like I said, I've been blending and juicing apples and fruit and stuff like that, vegetables and working out. And to me, that's given me a whole new lease of life, is to flush out all detoxes from my body. It's new to me. So I wouldn't teach it, but it's new to me. But very interesting. But great for the body, I feel. But anyway, that seems to be your past. We'll leave that one in the past. We'll leave that in the past. That's your external energy, Aries. And also, well, I don't know, your external energy, your partner, whatever messages I can sit, because I could have even done more for you, but I feel everybody is in such a rush for their future that they don't realise that the past is the future and the past is also the present. So, let's see. Which means it's ongoing. There is something still there ongoing. Because it can be people that are trying to find out what the answer is to something that they don't know. Which means that I'm very, very curious because I don't know. But because I don't know, I have what we call in Britain is an inkling. Which means that I just have this feeling that something is not quite right around me, around somebody. And I am very, very cautious of either one ever really approaching this person again. Or like I'm very wary of this person altogether. If it isn't and it's on a minor energy, it's more of like, we're just taking things one step at a time. We're not really rushing into anything. Okay. It's kind of like people that have got engaged, but they've not decided to actually get married straight away. They probably ended up moving in first, which is a good idea if you ever do that, is to move in with a person first before you get married. It's a very good way. Make sure that you've always lived with the person for quite some time first before you end up getting married, because trust me, you cannot have done that, get married, move into a home straight away, then get married, and then realise, Jesus Christ, bruv, you old fart. Right, I have to cook that for you? I have to clean up after you? You really? There's a toenail on the floor? Oh my God, there's a toenail on the floor. Right. Aries, what have they got coming up for June? Hey June, don't be afraid. No, I don't want to know. You're not changing me and you're not changing my mind. Okay, there is some kind of reconciliation here with a mother or father for a lot of you, where you are very, very, very cautious and careful around this person. I mean, if it's an ex or anything like that, it can also be that. But this can also be you've known someone for quite some time that is quite guarded. But certainly this can be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, but again, it doesn't matter because it's an air sign. It can mean within their moon, sun, Venus, blah, blah, blah. But it can be someone that's very guarded, very protective of somebody, which means that they're overprotective. If they're overprotective, they can have an opinion against other things. So this would also be me. I'm very protective over my channel and my calling. Right? So it disturbs my energy, so I don't let people in. Which means that I do not listen to naysayers, I do not listen to negative people, and I try not to let as least people into my life as humanly possible, because it affects my job. So if I'm around negativity and drama and karma, I avoid it. I don't want to go into those circumstances because I'm very empathic. So I feel my energy right here, and I know who's good for me and who's bad for me. So there's a lot of energies here that are being cut off, which it means that I'm cutting you out, I'm cutting you off, or I'm not got enough time for you as what you want. I can't follow your calling all of the time whenever it is that you want something. I can't just be there as like, yep, sure, I'll just do that for you, or yeah, I'll be there. Right, I'll be there, I'll be there, I'll be there, I'll be there, I'll be there. This can be an energy of unsure. I can't always be there when you want me. It's just like a mother for a child or a child for a mother. If the mother wants their child 24/7, then the child gets very frustrated and pissed off because they want alone. They want to be left alone normally. Right? Then if you get a child that constantly wants their mother says, oh, would you just give me a break? Right? So you can never really look at anybody ever to blame. This is just that somebody's very cautious and careful around a person that may be their mother here. Right? Is that I don't really want to spend or don't spend that much time with you because of things of whatever it is that you feel for this person here. Now, for some of you, like I said, you're arranging things for your future, but you may be finding that people may be dropping off by the wayside for certain things, which means that some people might not like certain things around this queen here. They might not like things about this queen's energy because she can be very direct. It doesn't have to be a woman, it can be a man. It can be someone that's very stern, very direct, and gets very violent also in nature. And because they have a high temper, can also be a temperance, which can be a Sagittarius. Because they have a high temper and they flip the script very quick, it unnerves energies around this person. Which means that if it's a person that has a high temper and has a high value of flipping the script, then this person would do this within their right, which means that they would start to back off because the energy doesn't feel right because someone has like a very high strung tantrum. Because they do, oh my God! No. So you're kind of like, nah, don't feel right, bruv. It feels a little bit wrong. I don't feel like I really fit in and I really want to be there because of an energy of temper. Because of someone's temper, right? So temper is normally what pushes you apart for a reason, because of someone's temper tantrums. Right? So it means I can't quite get through to you because you're having a tantrum. Right? People do. God, you tell me one person that never really does have a little bit of a. Well, it depends on how much it is, because there could be someone that is like, very stern in life here. But let's see. Aries for June. Hey, June. The karmic value of Saturn, possible Capricorn energy here, but like the karmic return. I'm waiting for this person to return. Right? I need something from you. Or someone's got a right beef with somebody here, or like someone's waiting on some kind of like reward for doing it. Right, which means, no, I need to be rewarded for doing all of this. No. I don't know. Like I said, the Wheel of Fortune is making choices in life. I need to make better choices. I need to make better decisions, which is who I hang around with, Which means that we need to make better choices and decisions in our life. If I want things to get better, I have to make different choices. Okay. Which can be health, money, food. I'm still trying to guide my life in a direction that I want it to go in. But if we want to go in a direction and I'm involved with people that don't, then I have to start choosing myself. which means that I'm sorry, but I don't have time. There's certain things that I've got going on in my life that take precedent over anything else, which means that I come first. And if I do, and you don't like it, then you're going to have to fit in with my schedule, because our schedule is a schedule. If it can't be changed, then you're going to see people that are falling off by the wayside here. If somebody doesn't start changing their way, it's because they're following their calling, which means they're extremely busy at work. They've got a lot on. Time is of an essence, of a factor of the Wheel of Fortune, because it constantly ticks, right? Which means that somebody might start giving people ultimatums of like, well, your time's running out, you're either going to come or you're not. Or like, you either want this or you don't. It's like okay, time's up, you know. So you've kind of got this time is ticking here of an answer that is needed by a person maybe before they say, like, you know, your time is up, you know. Ooh, there's a strange message that I'm picking up for your future there, Aries, but I'll probably go into that on Patreon for you. Because time is running out, you can't push this on. It's like, you can't keep pushing me away all of the time. Yes, I can, because I'm busy at work. I haven't got time for you all the time. Oh, but I'm a bored mum. I don't have anything else going on in my life. My main concern is my child. Yeah, well, I've got things going on in my life. I've got my life to lead now. Why can't you leave me alone and let me lead my life? It's because I want to know about you. But yes, but you know, I'm sorry, but I've got my own destiny to fulfill. I'm busy at work. I don't have time for you all of the time. You know, normally if you get parents, right, and they've had children, normally if you get parents and they're retired and everything else, they don't fill up their life with what they want. They fill up their life with their bundle and joy, which means, well, I'm going to suffocate basically my grandchildren, and I want to spend every single waking moment with my grandchildren. The grandchildren can get extremely pissed off and fed up, you know, because they might not want grandparent or parent there because they have their own life to fulfill, which means that am I intruding? Am I intruding on the Wheel of Fortune with the Queen of Swords? Yes. Yeah, am I intruding? Or Trudy, or Rudy, or am I rude? Yes. But this person would also see it as rude, as an intrusion. That's why you've got the Queen of Swords. Because it's kind of like, oh, am I intruding? It's like, yes, you are intruding. Oh, really? Oh, I'm intruding. I just want to spend some time with you. Ultimatum starts to come through the Queen. Right. Anyway, we're going to go on with the rest of your reading. That is 1 hour and 2 minutes. I know you've only got 2 cards. Trust me, I'm a medium. Right, but the rest of your reading will be over on Patreon. It will be on both tiers, tier 1 and the full access bundle. Okay. But I do have to earn a living, Aries. I do other readings through the weeklies as well, where I look at different energies, okay? But it's very cheap, okay? And you do get a lot for your money or so. But also supports me as a channel. So if you would like to join, it is on both tiers, the full access and the first one. But obviously, the full access bundle is where you get a load of readings throughout the month. So whatever comes up or whatever it is that I do, normally 3 readings for a start, and then the 4th reading goes over to Patreon only. Okay, so you have to have the app and everything else that tells you that the readings are there. They are all there now if you want, because it does what it says on the tin. You get access to everything all of the time. It does change now and again, and I do certain things, but I try to give at least 5 readings per month to Patreon full access bundle. That is what I have time for each sign. Okay, so it's around about that kind of thing, but if you want to join, it's up to you, okay? But you can find all the links provided below with anything that you want, with personal readings, emails, but please only emails for business, okay? Like I said, if you want to join Patreon, the link, the video, everything, the videos, playlists that provide a service for how to read tarot and how I do it, okay? With the numerology, basically, not how to read tarot, but basically the numerology parts. And then the video for Patreon, it's all below as well. If you haven't joined and you want to have a look, it does explain everything for you. Okay, but thanks very much, guys. I really appreciate it, and I will catch you on the next one.